toughest strongman in history, right here.
It's not a beauty contest. This is Strongman. Have to be alive if you can't do that thing. And away we go!
Hello and welcome to the Giants Live podcast. Now we've got some exciting news for you. The lineup and the events for Britain's Strongest Man have been decided and we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, it's been quite an exciting one really. For a few months, a lot of the top guys have been saying, what's the event for Britons? And so I've been sort of pestered so much that I really wanted to get it out there early. Obviously Worlds has done, all the big shows has done. You've just got Rogue to go.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a couple of Brits in there. I would say Tom and Paddy are in there. Is
Yeah,
that
I
right?
think
In
so,
Rogue?
yeah.
But once that's done, really, for the British guys, the next big thing is Britain's Strongest Man.
Yeah.
And obviously, most of them aren't doing Rogue. Let's go through the lineup and events. And it's probably the most stacked lineup, the deepest lineup of talent that I've seen in Britain's Strongest Man. I can't remember it being as deep.
No, I agree. And I think it's probably another reason why you've had to get it out so early as well, isn't it? It's kind of like, you know, this is too big to like not get out straight away. It's like the standard in Britain has been getting better and better over the last number of years anyway. But it's not just the top guys, is it? It's the absolute depth in talent. It's as good as an international lineup.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I don't know. I mean, obviously, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't know a national title that is quite as strong as this. Certainly this year.
Yeah.
I'd love to know what people think. Actually, maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know another national title that is as strong as this.
No.
So yeah, we'll kick off and go through the athletes first.
Athletes first. Right.
So do you want me to start?
Yeah, you start.
So first of all, Tom Stoltman. Should we go through them all and then go back and chat about them?
Yeah, let's do that.
So Tom Stoltman, Luke Stoltman, Luke Richardson, Paddy Haynes, Andrew Flynn, Kane Francis, Adam Bishop, Gavin Bilton, Callum Crozier, Graham Hicks, Ben Glasscock, and Rory O'Hagan.
I mean, it's probably the only person missing that could potentially be there is Shane, but he's taking some time out.
Shane's having some time off, yeah.
But,
yeah.
I mean, Jesus, it's like Tom Stoltman, obviously 3 times World's Strongest Man. Luke Stoltman, winner of Britain's Strongest Man as well. Luke Richardson. I mean, these boys are like...
Luke Stoltman's twice Europe's Strongest Man.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about absolute elite level strongmen for a number of years. Paddy Haynes has probably had...
Well, you've got 4 previous British champions in Adam Bishop, Tom Stoltman, Luke Stoltman, and Graham Hicks.
Yeah.
So they've won Britain's. And then you've got Luke Richardson, 2-time Europe's Strongest Man, Luke Stoltman, 2-time Europe's Strongest Man. Then I was thinking yesterday, you look at the podiums from this year. Paddy was on the podium at Birmingham, 2nd, I believe.
Yeah.
Andrew Flynn just got on the podium at Glasgow. Bish always sort of delivers, let's be honest, when he's on form. We've got Rory O'Hagan, who smashed the Irish. He's a young kid, very...
Well, he's super talented.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of the guys might not have seen him, but I was really impressed. He's so explosive. He's a bit like a Paddy,
yeah,
I think.
I every time I've seen him, I've been impressed by him, and I kind of was like hoping he might get a call up last year because he came joint first, but lost on countback, and obviously that puts him on the reserve list. The fact that he's got his opportunity this year, I mean, I'm really excited to see him because I think even if he's not quite at the top yet, he's going to be.
It reminds me, like I say, like a Paddy Haynes or like a young Mitch Hooper.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's got that sort of athleticism.
Yep.
and like when he got the first place trophy, he walked up to the number 1 box to stand on. It was like that, and he just did a box jump onto it.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, you know.
Super athletic as well. I mean,
yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing Glasscock as well. He was obviously over at Strongest Man on Earth. I did some of the refereeing for the Open show, so not the Pro show. He won that pretty convincingly by being very, very consistent. And obviously, you know, Callum Crozier just won Scotland's Strongest Man.
Yeah.
And obviously all the rest of them we know so much about because they're such quality strongmen.
Yeah, I mean, Callum got given a chance there, and he didn't let himself down.
Not at all.
Obviously, his overhead pressing isn't there yet, but the rest of the stuff he did really well at. You know, he's definitely ballsy, and he gives it a go, and you know, didn't sort of let himself down at all, I would say.
Yeah.
Graham Hicks, he's training hard. He's been doing some Champions League, doing really well there.
Yeah.
Obviously, as a previous champion, he's got his invite back.
Yeah, and I mean, obviously, like you said, he's had a bit of time out and stuff, and he's perhaps not been fully on it in terms of strongman, but he's getting bit more, you know, getting himself ready, doing a few of these Champions Leagues. He's been performing pretty well as well.
I think people underestimate an on-form Hicksy.
Yeah, oh, Jesus,
because he's so strong.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of like brute strength, just power and strength, he's up there with the best guys.
He is definitely, especially deadlift and press, and he can move as well. You know, if he trains right, and he seems to be dialed in. So this is really good, and obviously good events for him. But we'll get to that next. Gavin Bilton, this year I've just seen him slowly getting better and better. He's not had like any performances other than Wales Strongest Man. Obviously, he smashed that, but at Giants Live, he's just been solid.
Yeah.
You know, he's done really well. He's not let himself down, and he's had some moments of greatness. And I think if he can put all those together in one show, again, good events for him.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely see the improvements in Gav, can't you, this year? Although he hasn't quite got the result yet, you can see the improvements on the events. He definitely looks fitter, healthier, which is a good thing to start with. He's kept his strength. You know, he kind of looks a little bit just. Everything's starting to come together now because he's always had that ability, like in moments and in spats. But it does look like it's coming together as a package, and obviously he's got a few months to get ready for Brits, so it'll be interesting.
So I'm going to split the events out because we need to talk about how these events suit or don't suit these people, I suppose.
Yeah.
So event one's going to be circus press medley. So it's going to be a mixture of dumbbells and circus barbells.
Yep.
The weights, the guys are all training this, they all know these events, so I'm going to take their advice on weights. But something like the dumbbells, there'll be 3 dumbbells from 80 to 90 to somewhere between 110 and 120, depending on how they're going training. And then between that, there's 2 155 barbell, like the ones at World's Strongest Man,
so
the
with
barbell.
the big globes on the end.
That's right, yeah, with a normal inch bar.
Yep.
So you can, you know, really sort of power clean them and get them up, you know. So that'll be event 1. Event 2 is going to be car walk, which obviously we know is really heavy.
Yeah.
A little bit different to yoke, how it sits on you. You've done a lot of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's good. And we probably haven't seen it for a little while either, have we, the car walk?
No.
So it's nice to see that back. And obviously, the thing I like about events like that is very measurable in terms of like you can compare to what guys have done in the past and things like that. So, you know, and obviously the standard is getting stronger and the depth is getting better. So it's a good one to measure.
The record on that car, is it Kiliskowski? I believe it is. Yeah. And then we've got a deadlift for reps, which will be around the 350 mark, probably a standard axle deadlift.
Yep.
Sack toss, which usually is 18 to 23. Might put that up a little bit, just a teeny bit. Mind Stu, when we did it last at Birmingham, I think it was 1 or 2 years ago, you know, with the 18 to 23 kilos, not everyone finished it.
No.
It all depends on the field of athletes.
Yeah, and obviously it's quite late on as well. You've got deadlift and stuff before it as well, so that can change things. And you're doing that head-to-head as well, right?
Head-to-head, yeah. And then we're going to finish with power stairs.
It's a nice way to finish it, and I think you've done a good job with the events in terms of picking them, because there's always a worry when you've got such a stacked lineup. You need to make this competition as fair as possible. I
mean, do they suit anyone in particular? That was my question when I put them out there, because I didn't really want it to suit or not suit anybody. You want it to be fairly fair across the field, and I think those events are testing everything.
Yeah,
you know, you've got some really good throwers in there. Obviously, Bish is a great thrower. Tom's a great thrower. Luke Richardson's a great thrower as well. You know, so that's an interesting one.
And we spoke a little bit about it yesterday with a press medley. So it's dumbbell, barbell, dumbbell, barbell, dumbbell.
Yeah.
And then what are you timing on each object, or?
We'll probably time on each object, and one of the athletes suggested what we do is if they get to the end that they can just rep on the last dumbbell.
Yeah.
And I quite like that.
Yeah.
It was actually Luke Stoltman who suggested that, and I thought that's a great idea.
I agree.
And just do times on each rep.
Yeah, because I mean I mean, then you essentially, it's not just a speed event; it is a rep event as well. So it's both, which I think makes it all the more exciting.
Yeah.
I think it's nice to sort of have that drama and that sort of competitiveness between the two guys and stuff like that when they're going against each other. I think it's.
So I mean, Tom Stoltman, obviously, I'd say those events suit him. All of them, really. There's nothing he's bad at there, is there? Let's be honest. He's brilliant at throwing. He's always been good with the cars. Power stairs is very much like a deadlift for reps, which Tom's great at. Yeah, and Tom, his barbell press and his axle press is so good in it, the way he cleans it.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're a fair set of events to find the best strongman in Britain. It's like, I think it's always sort of difficult, isn't it, to pick the events because they always tend to favour someone. Yeah. Even at World's Strongest Man, like they obviously. There's a lot of randomness to the events in terms of they're not doing it to sort of set it up for anyone or to help anyone, but sometimes they just do favour someone a little bit more.
They're always
going
to favour someone, but I just think this year Luke Stoltman probably hasn't had. He had a great start to the year with Britain's obviously, but not a great end. His biceps not quite right, so it'd be nice if he was back on form because I still think that. Unbelievable that we're saying this, that Luke, like at the start of this year, was still getting better. Like Britain's, he looked great.
I think it was the best I'd ever seen him.
Yeah, which is for a guy who's nearly 40, or is he 40?
He's 40, yeah.
That's fantastic. So again, great events for him. Luke Richardson, you've got to say, Luke and Tom are probably going to be pipped to the favourites here. Yeah, I would say because Luke Richardson's on form. If he doesn't get injured, he takes some stopping. Tom's Tom. Tom's just a beast, isn't he? And then you look at Paddy Haynes, who, granted, isn't the best presser in the world, but these other things like, I'm sure he's good at sack toss and the moving and things like that. The power stairs at Birmingham was absolutely brilliant at.
Yeah, he was good,
he made his time up going back down the stairs with nothing in his hands. He was really quick. Kane Francis, obviously, has had a lot of injuries, but when he's on form again, he's just getting better and better.
Yeah, he's very explosive, Kane, and I think he's been unlucky a couple of times because just injuries at the wrong time in his career. Like he's still got a long way to go. He's still a young guy. He's still got loads of time, but he has. When he's really started to build and it's looking like right now's the moment, he's kind of had things just to hold him back a little bit. But I think we could see the best version of Kane we've ever seen.
I think so, yeah, and he seems to do well under pressure.
Yeah,
just Kane. Andrew Flynn, we talked about him in the last podcast. Never really underperforms. He just stays consistent. Good events for him again. Adam Bishop, obviously pulled out of Britain's last year. Had a solid performance at Birmingham, but looked very statically strong. I mean, he pulled a big deadlift, and I think he could have pulled 480 there, to be honest with you.
I mean, I think a lot will hinge with him and Hicksy in the same sort of boat. If they're back at their best, or even close to it, they're going to be threats.
That's it.
And I think it's obviously, we know how good that they can both be when they're on form. So the big question mark is, are they going to be able to get back to where they were? And if they do, then we're in for even more of a great showdown than we think we're going to be.
Well, the difficulty is, for this, you see, obviously this is a World's Strongest Man qualifier. Some people have already got their invites. I know certainly Tom and Luke Richardson have, and Paddy, and Andrew
Flynn, yeah.
So some already have got their invites, so it might be that we take some further down the line. The other thing I'm going to do as well, I've sort of saved 2 places at Europe's Strongest Man.
Yep.
So the best performers here that aren't already going to Europe will be getting an invite there. So there's a lot to play for, but I wouldn't like to call it because I think everyone's got the good events on there. Even if you want to, look towards, if you like, the bottom of the pile, it's still such good quality.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing. We've got that blend of like old experience coming back, maybe not at their best anymore. Maybe they are. We've not got the new guys that are super talented and could potentially get in amongst the mix. Even if they're not quite there yet, they will be soon. Yeah. And we've obviously got the established guys that are still at the absolute best, the top end, like the Toms and the Luke Richardsons and the Luke Stoltmans, at Paddy Haynes as well.
Yeah.
That are right in the mix for the best guys in the world.
You almost can't class Paddy and Andrew as new guys now, really. Maybe not even Kane, like a couple of years ago they were. But you got your Callum Croziers and, sort of O'Hagan as well coming in. I know they've been training a long time, but to us they're new, to the if you like pro scene or whatever it is you want to call it, or the Giants live scene anyway. I think it's going to be interesting. I think that the new guys are going to have to be on the A game, and I think the old guys need to be threatened by the new guys because they're so good. Your Adam Bishops, your Graham Hickses that we know can perform. Even Luke Stoltman, it's like we know he can do it, but he can't come in and limp through it. They're going to have to bring their A game to this. It's going to be really interesting. And, you unfortunately in this show, you are going to get some good guys that are going to play slow down because you've got so many good guys in it. Yeah,
I mean, it's almost like not quite as extreme, but it's like a World's Strongest Man final. Yeah. Even if you come last at a World's Strongest Man final, you are absolute elite level.
Exactly.
Like the best, it's the best of the best. But this lineup's not really a lot different. I mean, when you go through that and you go, it's not just that we've got all the winners since 2019 coming back, but then you've got other guys that have podiumed as well, Britain's Strongest Man, the Gav Biltons and people like that have podiumed in recent years and things like that. And you start going, Christ, Andrew Flynn's podium, Paddy's been fifth at Worlds. It would be no disgrace to come 8th in this lineup.
Exactly, yeah.
It's a hell of a lineup. These guys are majorly good. And, like you said, they're going to need to be on top form because guys like Rory and Ben Glasscock and Callum, they're hungry. They want it.
And I mean, the thing is, you don't like comparing years or even eras because it can get a bit disrespectful and we don't want to start any sort of argument about it. But the point is, this is a very good lineup. Yeah. That's the thing.
Best strength in depth I think I've ever seen.
You've got every Britain's Strongest Man that's won it since Eddie won it. Yeah. So you've got looking at the notes here, since 2019 you've got everybody here. Yeah. You've got Hicks, Bishop, Tom Stoltman, Luke Stoltman. They're all your winners basically since 19. Yeah. Which is great. Yeah, I mean, I think it could be that, and probably will be. There's no doubt about it. The most exciting Britain's Strongest Man we've ever had because of the depth in talent. There's a lot of guys want these invites to World's Strongest Man and Europe's Strongest Man as well, and they're good enough to do it. Definitely.
Yeah, there's no people that are just I'm just coming there to see what happens. These guys are all competitive, and it's going to be amazing.
Even the tickets, to, the places to go to Europe's Strongest Man, they're all going to want to do that as well. So it's interesting, and it's a great way to kick off the season as well.
Definitely.
Sheffield Arena. It's the 7th of February.
Oh, nice and early this year.
Yeah, a little. Well, it's usually sort of end of Jan, start of Feb, depending on what dates are available. But obviously, we've been in that arena for. Well, I think we just said, from 2018 we've been there. Yep. You were on the podium on the first one we did there.
I was, 3rd place.
So,
back when I was in good shape and not so fat like I am now, but,
So, I mean, we know that arena. The athletes know it. It's a great arena. Yeah. It always sells out. It's a great crowd. So hopefully this year we can absolutely smash it.
And there is tickets available already?
Tickets available. They're on sale, They're on sale. But going fast, obviously, it's usually a sellout, and hopefully it will be again. Yeah,
I'm sure it will. I mean, and like you said, they do sell out quick, so make sure you get your tickets if you're wanting to come.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's your lineup. That's your events. Britain's Strongest Man, 7th February. Cannot wait to watch it.